Hey, what's up, y'all? How are you guys doing? So, let's talk Assassin's Creed Shadows. I played the game, and I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, and this is gonna be my review after playing the game for, I'd say, a week now. I didn't beat the game, but I've played a lot of it. Like, a lot of time has gone into this. So let me just start by saying the game is horrible. If you're somebody who loves Odyssey, you're gonna love this game. You're gonna really enjoy this game. However, if you're somebody who dislikes Odyssey like me, and you think the gameplay loop is repetitive, you're gonna hate this game. I would go as far as to say this game's worse than Odyssey. Because with Odyssey, you could at least have fun in the game. Like, over time, like let's say you played like about 10 hours of it, eventually you just get used to it. You just get used to the demigod powers you have, and you start just accepting how the game is. Whereas this game is literally, as I call it, Odyssey with a hidden blade. This game is atrocious. And I am somebody who is a massive Assassin's Creed fan. I've played every single one of them from the first game all the way to Mirage. So I know what I'm talking about. I would say the combat is better than Mirage. However, the storytelling, the voice acting, and just the whole game, like the game looks beautiful. If you love looking at the game, if you just like visuals, you're gonna like the game. However, I would say Unity still looks better than this game, but this game is atrocious. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Yasuke. Now, Yasuke has to be one of the worst characters I've ever played as in a video game. He feels extremely slow, he's extremely heavy, and this completely goes against everything that Assassin's Creed stands for. Like, for example, when you're playing Odyssey and you're playing Valhalla, you're not an assassin, you're a warrior. You know what I mean? Like, you're not an assassin. You can assassinate people, but you're not an assassin. However, in this game, Naoe is an assassin, but Yasuke is something that's completely against what Assassin's Creed stands for. And that shows in gameplay, and that shows in the script. So yeah, that's what I want to say about Yasuke. Also, I find it really manipulative how, when it comes to Yasuke and Naoe's dialogue choices, it's so manipulative how Yasuke gets all the heroic dialogue options and Naoe gets all the, whatchamacallit, like she always gets the negative answers. Do you want to kill this person or do you want to spare this person? Whenever it comes to sparing somebody, it's Yasuke. Whenever it comes to killing somebody brutally, it's Naoe in dialogue choices. So there's that. And they really force you to like Yasuke. They really, really force you and his backstory to make you like Yasuke. I think they on purpose did Naoe's backstory really boring, which is really, it's just hilarious, man. Like, Naoe's backstory is her father dying and she has to retrieve a box, and how she learns, I guess you could say, assassin training or ninja shinobi training. And you're like, oh, okay, so this is what they did before. It's kind of cliche, it's kind of cheesy. Whereas Yasuke's backstory is so like heroic, noble. You got the cliche, he's being bullied by bad guys, and over time he stands up to them and he becomes the best student in the shortest amount of time? That doesn't make any sense. In the shortest amount of time, you become a samurai? Come on. And he learned Japanese. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't want to just upright say it, but the DEI or the forced wokeness of this game, I would say it's more forced than Disney, or more forced than the current MCU movies. It is ridiculous. It is honestly ridiculous how forced this is. And I just find like a sense of disgust. Like when I'm playing as Naoe and I'm like assassinating people, I'm more okay, like fighting people as Naoe. But when I fight people as Yasuke, there's like a certain disgust I feel. There's like beheading Japanese people or like brutally assaulting so many Japanese people. You would think that Yasuke is supposed to be so heroic in the dialogue and the cutscenes, but I can't name the number of like innocent women I've killed in this game as Yasuke and just like chopped their arms off and their head off. You mean to tell me this guy's heroic? Also, why do no NPCs, besides the story missions, why does any NPC react to him like being black? And these are old times. For anybody out there saying that, oh, he's black, so what? Oh, bro, that's just racist. These are old times. It's not the modern day. One thing you gotta know about DEI is if you make a modern day game, like let's say the year's like 2025 or 2020 even, and you want to bring in like woke into your games, it would make more sense if it's modern day. These rules don't apply to real life, especially in different cultures. It just doesn't apply. It just doesn't work. Why did we not have a transgender character in Assassin's Creed Mirage? Because that would be offensive to the people of Baghdad, of Iraq. However, we can have a black guy in Japan killing Japanese people, becoming a samurai, if not the best samurai. In feudal Japan, like, it's so, like, flawed to force that logic into someone else's culture. I would say this game does represent Asian hate. I would honestly say that. This game has to be one of the most racist games I've ever played. And I'm not even Japanese, and I feel the racism in the game. So yeah, there's that. What else can I talk about the game? The gameplay loop's awful. If you remember in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you would go to a fort, and what do? You gotta like loot 3 chests and kill the polemarch and like 2 captains. You gotta do that again and again and again and again. In this game, you kill Samurai Daisho. You gotta kill like 3 or 5 samurai, loot the chest, you're done. You've done one, you've done them all. This game is extremely repetitive. Now, a lot of people are gonna say that, oh, doesn't the game look good though? Let me explain something to you. The game looks amazing. The game looks really good. However, when you're actually running through those fields in Assassin's Creed Shadows, and you're actually like horse riding around, and you're just sprinting around, you're gonna feel extremely bored. You're gonna feel extremely like dry. I feel like a zombie. I feel soulless when I'm playing this game. There's been times like, I think within like the first hour, I am having fun doing the stealth. After 2 hours, I'm like just neutral, like emotionless. After 3 hours, I get mad, and after 4 hours, I just feel like a corpse. I'm just like, the game like really takes the soul out of you. And I can see why. I've seen a lot of reviews of people like not beating the game and them giving you a review, and they say like, I've played hours of Assassin's Creed Shadows, like, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I get that now, because at first I was like, bro, you didn't even beat the game, so how are you doing a game review? But now I get it, because I'm one of them. Am I gonna beat the game? Probably. But this game is what I would call a podcast game. What is a podcast game? A podcast game is where you put on the disc, or if you have a digital copy, you start the game, load up the app, you put the game's volume on mute, you play a podcast in the background on your laptop or your PC, on your phone. You like play a YouTube video, you're watching content while the game's on mute, and that's it. That's what a podcast game is. So this game's a podcast game. I would give this game a 10 out of 10 for being a game which you can just switch off your brain, turn the TV on mute or your PC on mute, just watch something else on a different tab. That's what this game feels like. It's really, really dead. I don't even think I need to mention the story much. The story is just very dry. Yeah, I just don't need to mention. I don't give a fuck about the story. There's nothing in the story. At first, I tried to care, but now I do the main missions on mute. And oh my god, if you think Assassin's Creed Odyssey has bad voice acting, this game sounds like horrible AI. I can't imagine a human being has voiced such a game. The voice acting is so bad and so terrible. I genuinely think you could pick someone off the street and they would do better voice acting. I've heard better voice acting in games which didn't even have a story. I'm talking like Street Fighter. I'm talking, I don't know, like Call of Duty. I've never played Call of Duty before, but I know that they have a campaign. I've seen some clips and they have better voice acting in that. This game actually has the most god-awful voice acting I've ever heard. Trust me on that. I've played a lot of games. I've easily played over like 200 games. Easily. Or maybe even more. So yeah. That's Assassin's Creed Shadows in a nutshell for you. The parkour sucks as usual. The stealth is good, but the game's buggy. And the game's really clunky. There's been times where, you know, when you're like running on top of an enemy, you're like here and the enemy's here. So you want to do an air assassination, and it says press the button to air assassinate or assassinate. I press that button and now it just starts attacking, like doing a melee attack. It's like, bro, like the game's really clunky. I don't know why this game's getting a lot of good reviews. If anything, the good reviews are damaging this game because it's misleading people. It's misleading people. You know how like in the Game Awards, people have like the Game of the Year and People's Choice Award? We need to do like a People's Choice review. Because if there's like a People's Choice review, this game would get, I think, a 2 or a 3. 3 is being generous. How would I rate the game? This game is a really good Shinobi simulator. If you love dressing up like a ninja, looking like a ninja, doing those ninja flips, using ninja weapons, this is a really good game for you. If you just want the ninja fantasy, that's it. That's it. So I would call this the best Shinobi simulator. However, this game as a whole is awful. That's all I can say. So my review for this game is gonna be a really generous 3 out of 10. Because I do like the fact that this game's open world. But when I talk about open world games, I want the map to be filled with good content, not dead space. There's infinite dead space in this game. Infinite dead space in this game. I can also tell that Ubisoft has not play tested this game. They probably play tested like a few minutes of it, but they didn't they didn't play the game from start to finish. Because if you're a Ubisoft employee and you're just there playing for like 6 hours of this game, You're not gonna finish it. You'll be like extremely bored. And for all the defenders who say this game's really good, you should give this a chance, it's the best Assassin's Creed game yet, I don't know what to say to you. Most of these people have not even played the game. They just saw like gameplay of it and said, bro, like it looks good, it looks playable. I don't know what to say to these people, honestly. Obviously, to each their own. If you like the game, if you enjoy the game, more power to you. But you can see why the company has split up after this game. Do you not see that? Like, this game was horrible for the whole company. Another point that I would like to address, and this might be a little controversial, but one thing I don't get about Western developers is you really want to push woke agenda in your game, and you want to push like issues of minorities within America. Why would somebody who does not live in America care about that? Why would they care about that? If I'm Indonesian, all right, I have my own problems, we're going through our own thing, why would I play a game and would like to learn more about, forcefully learn about the issues of America? How is that going to benefit my life? If you live in a country where there's almost like no minorities, like let's say, I don't know what country, I don't know, like if Mongolia has minorities or, I don't know. I just feel like, what are we getting out of this? Because I'm not American. I'm not American at all. I don't even live in America. So what am I getting by being taught a forceful life lesson about issues of American culture? Like, that's just annoying me. If I'm playing the game and I'm learning that, oh, I should, know about trans issues or something, I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm probably going to skip the cutscene. I'm like, I don't care about this. I got my own stuff going on. People who live outside of America, they got their own thing going on. Why should we care about this? Also, I don't get why a French company like Ubisoft is so focused on American woke culture. It doesn't make any mental sense to me. Like, you're a French company and you're worried about their issues? Doesn't France have their own problems going on? I'm pretty sure every country has their own problems going on. So why are we forcing this upon other people for no reason? It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. Would I recommend you to buy the game? Yes, if you don't mind repetitive tasks and if you enjoyed Odyssey. If you enjoyed Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I would even say maybe Valhalla, you would like this game. In my opinion, Valhalla is way better than this game, and I don't like Valhalla. I don't like Valhalla at all. I don't like warrior simulators where you run around the place, you bring your weapons out, and you just like hack and slash people. I don't like those games. I like stealth games. I love the Ezio collection. I think Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is a 10 out of 10, a masterpiece of a game. Probably Ubisoft's best game yet, in my opinion. I can't tell you the amount of times I've like replayed Assassin's Creed 4. I can't tell you the amount of times I replayed that game. However, this game, it's mind-numbing. It literally like steals your soul. It dries you up, and makes you feel like a corpse. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me, and if you agree with me, hit the like button. It's been a while since I made a video. I think it's been about 5 years or 4 years since my last upload. But yeah, that's gonna be my review. See y'all soon. Peace.